learn the language. You guys come up and evolve the human language so quickly. Anyway, this is a mesh nebulizer. And it either comes with the mouthpiece that you can either use to suck up your mouth or up your nose, right? It also comes with a adult size and child size face covering.
Oh, wow.
I don't like to use the word mask in 2022. It has a negative association. It's a mask you put on your face. All right. And this is also really phenomenal for exfoliating the skin and gently going over the eyelids. It's a mesh nebulizer. Okay, and the difference between that and other nebulizers is that it has the fine mesh in it, so it breaks it up into smaller size particulates, more of a vapor and a gas. And Star, after I bought this one, now I was turned on to this by Matt and Harry. These are like the energy geniuses in our next generation. And so I went and bought this, and then it stopped showing it on Amazon, but there's spin-offs. You can find spin-offs.
Yeah.
All right. And it's anywhere from $30 to $50.
Cool. I'm going to scoop one up. That's awesome.
I know. Yeah. So how's everybody?
Good. It's been a busy morning.
Putting all my toys away over here. All right. Well, a couple of people. Friends trying to get a massage from me. A couple of people. Tom is at work. Mika's at work. So they may be flies on the wall like Tom's doing. So we could all say hi and he can hear us, but he can't communicate because he's at work.
Gotcha. Yeah. Hey, Tom.
Everybody's a secret agent.
Uh-huh.
Let people know. Don't let them know. Do what you do in secret. No, do it publicly. So
I just told my daughter I had to go see my people.
Yeah, we are the community that pees together, stays together. Groovy water. The newest thing that I came across was doing pH strips. Because Doc Mike, I wanted to measure it, but you know, there's a difference in different companies. These guys right here, they don't tell you the range of the measurement, and it peaks out at 8.0, from 5.5 to 8.0. But these guys, which you get on Amazon from China, please don't bash me for buying stuff from China, but this one goes all the way up. This goes from 1.0 to 14. And if you want to know what acid looks like, how's that symbolic for a demon color? It's red on the low end and ultraviolet in 14.0 on the high end.
Wow.
Pretty cool. So these are all over the place. You can get these.
And what should we be at, brother? I forget. What's our pH level supposed to? Ideally.
I tested mine 10 minutes ago and it was like 9. Anywhere from 7 or higher.
Okay, so it needs to be in the high numbers, not the low numbers. I gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, anything below like 6 goes into the acid range.
Okay.
And we stopped doing acid a long time ago.
Now we just do ayahuasca.
Right.
We are.
I want to try that so bad. Have you tried that, Star?
Me, yeah. I facilitate ceremonies and I work deeply with the medicine. Yeah.
Really? Do you go to the one in Orlando to facilitate, or do you do it locally?
Oh, are you talking about Soul Quest?
Yeah.
No, I don't go to Soul Quest.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll have to talk to you about that.
Small ceremonies. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm in.
Where are you located?
In North Carolina.
Oh, girl, yeah, I got you.
Okay, let's talk. I'm excited. That's just a bucket list item, you know, so definitely. Sorry, brother, go ahead. I apologize.
No, I love when we get to network. This is awesome.
I digress.
She digresses and then she returns. So we're just going to keep on going. I don't know who's going to show up or what. So let's get started. Grab some water.
Yes.
We'll go into updating from last class and then into the class. Now, sometimes we go off script. That means I may ask someone like Star to give us a prayer for our communion, if you will. Can you offer us a prayer from wherever you bring it from?
Lord, I just ask you to, with this water, I ask you to allow us to drink this water so we can get closer to ourselves, closer to our hearts, closer to you that lives in us, outside of us, but mostly in us. To get deeper within us, to get deeper within us, to realize that you were us. All that we have been seeking is within us. It is not without us. It is not outside of us. It is within us. All the healing that we have, that we need, is from within. Everything that we've ever been seeking, all the love, all the everything, all the bliss, it's from within us. So I ask that you, with this drink, you continue, this beautiful, blessed water continues to remind us that everything that we have been seeking is within us. And with each sip, you continue to remind us that we have all that we need.
Cheers.
Amen.
Amen. All right, you rocked it out of the cosmos. Very good.
Very nice. Thank you.
So, incredible journey we're on. Incredible people that are joining us, have joined us. I've been consulting people all week long, getting referrals from Troy Casey and who else sent me? Kate Stillman sending me referrals. So that means I must know stuff. And and it's great because when people come to you, and this is something for you to know, when they come to you and they think what they're going to talk about is just the health condition, and you know that's as deep as they've gotten with it at that moment, you take a deep breath and drop them down to where it's all about. Get them down to their core issues, get them down to their belief systems, get them down to how well they handle their emotions and their diet, and see if they're willing to have a breakthrough.
Love that. Yeah.
Otherwise, people are going to go, they're going to talk about their health like all up here, and there's a lot going on down in here. And that would be, who is this? Oh, please let Mika.
Mika.
Hey, Mika.
Hey, family. Hello, my Fifi family. Good morning.
Good morning.
Looks like
On
you're
your way.
I am been driving and I had hard time plugging in, but I wanted to at least say hi.
Hello. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too all.
good
How
time.
is everyone?
Good timing, Mika. We just did the communion. And
Namaste, everyone.
and she's gonna
Yes.
stay.
Cheers.
Yes. Cheers.
Here's plasma in your eyes.
Oh, I forgot to get a pen.
Yeah, it's amazing because we're doing something that we never thought we'd do. And we're living on a planet that convinced us everything was the opposite of what we really know is true. And so it's lovely to be able to unravel not only the mysteries of life, but the simplicities.
Oh, yeah.
And so the simplicity of being able to know that you contain what you need takes a lot of pressure off of you to be healthy, to be strong, to be vital, to be alert, to be everything. Isn't that nice? The pressure's off of you.
Beautiful.
It is very nice.
So was there anything in the last, since Thursday, that you experienced or that you discovered or that your body went through a change and you weren't ready for it? Was there anything you want to share?
I go ahead.
No, you Star, go, because I don't have a lot. Go ahead.
So I have a question. I feel like, so I've been like storing my Shivambu, and like when I go, like it's only been like a week or so, but when I go to like open it, I feel like it smells like garlic. Um and I'm like drinking it and I'm like, oh boy, it's like so garlicky. Is it just me like detoxing, or am I just like, I don't know, like anti-vampires, anti like parasites, like
That's
what
your
I
vampire fighting juice. That's right.
am?
It's either going to come from you or it's going to come from the container.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
some people
glass.
have residue in the container before they start collecting their urine in it.
No, yeah, I just use like a glass mason jar, like a brand new mason jar from
Okay.
a pack.
All right. The next thing you want to do is put it aside and compare it to the next time you collect it and see how that changes.
Okay. And I've really been trying to just like eat fruit. Like I'm really like, I haven't eaten like any like no cheese or like animal products since I took my first sip. But I feel like vegetables, like I'm an avocado addict. Like the first step of addiction is admitting you have a problem, and like I definitely am addicted.
Me too. I
So,
love me some avocados.
yes. So I'm trying to transition out like just to fruit. And like the beautiful thing about it is like I have like amazing access to fruit. Like I work with a church. I serve in the food ministry. So I like serve people like food, and I'm able to get like great access to like lots of free fruit, which is great. But I think it's just a me thing. Like I need to break away from like this feeling of like, oh, I need to like fill my stomach, or like the fruit's not enough. Like for breakfast this morning, I ate like 2 like huge oranges, and I was like, okay, see, this like is enough. You don't have to do more than that. Like you're okay with this. Drink some Shivambu. He's like, breathe.
Yeah.
Star, turn around and tell us what that says behind you.
You are strong.
Take a breath. You are strong. Nothing's going to have power over you unless you give it away.
Yeah.
We've given our power and our freedom to the food too long.
Yeah. Amen.
I mean, you can say no to a lot of things. Why not food?
Yeah.
It's like we've set the order of difficulty for ourselves. It's time to change that.
Indeed.
Yeah. I'm struggling with it too, girl. I mean, it's a daily process. I mean, I'm raw till 4 and then I just break down and have something vegan cooked. I always have one cooked meal a day, it seems.
Yeah.
And it may take a while, it's only been 3 months doing that, but it may take me 6 months to a year to finally get completely raw. But the fact that we're on the journey and we're working on it to a more conscious level, I think is the most important part.
And understanding and kindness.
Yeah. Being patient with yourself, I think is key for sure.
Oh, good. We're back to innocence. Good.
Yes.
It's all a learning curve anyway. So we
Totally
can't go there and go, I messed up. No, you didn't. You made a different choice. That's all you did. You can tell when your parents' voice starts showing up in your head.
Oh, you ain't lying.
Yeah.
Wait, that's not me.
Okay, so did anybody try a different protocol since Thursday?
I did. I started using my my water in the diffuser in my room, and that's been really nice. It feels so clear, and the air, it's amazing. And I feel like I'm sleeping deeper since I started using it in here, but I need to start doing that all throughout the house. But yeah, baby steps. So that's my only new protocol. I have yet to get my foot tub. I really need to get my foot tub.
All right, you're just a drive away. Just go somewhere and get it.
I'll be doing that this week for sure. Have you done a foot soak yet, Star?
No, I haven't actually. So my kid's father, I told him that I started drinking Shivambu, and he's like, oh, that's cool. I have friends that do that. and he has like really bad foot fungus. And I told him, and I was like, you should start drinking. He's like, I don't know about that. I was like, well, at least like soak your feet.
Yeah.
I was like, seriously, I was like, if you don't want to drink it, just like soak your feet, because it can just like start collecting your urine, and just put it in a foot bath and sit there for 30 minutes and just do it. I was like, the worst thing that can happen is nothing,
Yeah.
or it like takes it away and like helps, which would be like a godsend. And essentially like your body knows what you need, so you're just like giving yourself what you need through your like body knowing. And he's like, huh, interesting. He's like, I'm gonna try it. I'm like, all right, cool. He's like, I can't promise you I'm gonna drink it. I was like, well, just start slow.
Yeah.
I was like, and it'll absorb into your body through the bottom of your feet.
Yes, that's right.
Oh,
My friend here, one of my roommates has MS, and we take like those sponge paint brushes or whatever, and I just do that. I rub his feet with his aged, and it seems to really stimulate.
that's so interesting you just said that, because a friend of mine, she just contacted me, and she said, she's like, hey, how you been? I'm like, good, how are you? She's like, I actually just got diagnosed with, they think it's MS. And I'm like, interesting. Because like I've had Lyme and a lot of like parasitic infections and stuff, and I kind of believe that MS is a misdiagnosis for Lyme, or mold illness, or like something else. So like I feel like there's a deeper issue. So I was gonna like talk to her about maybe like starting to do like Shivambu and urine therapy to see what it can like do for her.
Yeah.
What kind of
His is kind of advanced. So he started his journey with it last October, this past October with me, about the same time. And he has seen significant changes, but he's still struggling with the walking. His legs were pretty far gone by the time that he started. So it's still a process. It's only been about 6 months.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, something, it's definitely working in some way. Yeah.
Yeah, he's having a lot of new movement, a lot of new strength, but it's just, it's going to be a daily thing. But at least
Yeah.
he's healed a lot of stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. And like, yeah, with MS, I have a friend who actually, another friend who has MS, and I live next door to them. And I think it started off as Lyme disease. And then like I remember going into his house next door, and it was moldy. And so like I think the combination of the two like starts deteriorating your body. Like I know when I was poisoned in a moldy house, I was like dying, and I had to start taking like redox. I like left the whole house, left everything in the house, evacuated. I had to like give my car away. My car was cross contaminated. Yeah, it was like black poisonous mold. And I
Wow.
had to start drinking like redox signaling molecules to like heal my cells. And it was insane. But like
Oh,
mold and Lyme do things like to the body that is like, and like the testing for it, like it's, I don't know if you like gone down the rabbit hole of like Lyme disease, but yeah,
no,
it
but I go down a lot of rabbit holes. So this, I would love to find a new hole.
oh boy, well that's quite a
That didn't
down.
come out right at all.
I wouldn't worry about it. It was recorded, so don't worry about it.
It just flies out of my mouth sometimes, and I don't catch it in time. Sorry about that.
No problem. You're with pee drinkers. I wouldn't worry about it.
I'm not. Oops.
Oops. So, anybody study what the wisdoms are? The Shivambu principles, or the key principles of Shivambu. I'm just going to name one and ask somebody to explain it. I keep repeating it so people got it down, because when people start asking you all kinds of questions and you can narrow it down to like 5 major answers that cover everything. Somebody explain what it means by Shivambu is an intuitive medicine.
Well, I feel like it puts you in touch with the core of who you are, the essence of who you are. And so it gives you that connection, you know, with your body, and it, because it knows what's going on. So yeah, I mean, the body knows exactly what it needs to replenish and heal itself. And so, yeah, it's definitely an intuitive sort of modem or modality that we have right inside of us.
Excellent. That's your guiding system. That's
Yeah.
your guiding system. Those urges, those nudges, those desires, those whatever it is, inclinations, is from your intuition. Now, the reason you want to know that is so that the people you work with will be, you're teaching that. So they're going to ask you over and over again, how much should I drink? When should I drink it? What if I'm doing drugs? What if I'm still eating meat and dairy products? Blah, 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 blah. The questions will be endless. Hit them with, it's an intuitive medicine.
I love that.
No, I'm not trying to shut them up and, guide them properly. All right, number 2. Shivambu is a universal panacea, and it works regardless of your considerations of it. It works regardless if you use a man's, a woman's Oran, a child, someone from a different race, someone from a different age, someone different health condition, or in animals. It doesn't matter. It's universal. Number 3, Oran is an evolving activated water. What the hell does that mean? Anybody want to take?
Can you repeat that one more time?
Shivambu is an evolving activated living water. What does that mean to you?
It gets better with age.
Better, yeah.
Okay, that's a term. That's a good term. What does it mean? What is better?
Well, it grows stem cells. So over time,
It becomes more potent. It gains
Yes.
potency and power.
Correct. Yeah.
Right. Name anything else that does that.
Sauerkraut? No, I don't know.
No, I mean, the more we go down that rabbit hole, Alexis, the more we dig into and dive deep into what Shivambu is, and you peel away all our misconceptions and our limiting thoughts about it, you still won't hit it. It's in a category all to itself.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Well,
go ahead, Mika.
well, we are evolving. We are the universe. Universe is constantly evolving. So we are part of it. So is our blood plasma, right? So it gains power and potency, and it continues to evolve.
Mhm.
As
You
simple as that.
You also might say that it has the God genetics in it.
Exactly.
It's got the God DNA. People are trying to find that for years. They're going, I found the God gene, the God biome. Yeah, we found it.
Yeah.
That'll take all the mystery out of it. Okay, evolving. Explain saturation dosing. Some people still aren't clear on that.
Saturation dosing is, I mean, to me, it means that you're saturating a particular area of that you need to heal, particular organ or wound or whatever, with a soaked rag of some kind or a soaked piece of cloth, maybe, right?
Well, yes, and there's much more than that. That's about a particular condition, but I'm talking about overall systemically increasing your health by adding more protocols, by drinking more of their Oran.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Adding more foot soaks and enemas, blah, blah, blah. See, what that saturation dosing is a whole different approach that steers you away from the medical approach to healing yourself. This is the one exceptions I ever found where you could say more is better. Doesn't work with food, it doesn't work with drugs, and it doesn't work with sex. But with Shivambu, you can OD on Shivambu.
Thank God for that. You'd be dead a long time ago, brother.
Yeah. You and I would not be having this talk today.
Yeah.
Can you like, I guess, should you like, I guess, what? Yeah, I guess like, just like, because like I was getting like the headaches. So I guess I should, like, should I just keep drinking until it like breaks out? Like the more I drink, the cleaner I will get, or the more I'll break through.
And
Or-
your answer from your intuition would be what?
Drink more.
You could either drink more or switch to different protocols or rest and let the process work its way through.
Okay. Yeah, it's interesting. After our last session, I was like so tired, and it's funny because you were like, remember guys, like please rest if you need to. And I was like, yeah. And I went on a call with a friend of mine, and then I got off and I just crashed. I like crashed for 4 hours and like woke up at 7 o'clock. And I was like, wow, I
Wow.
feel so much better.
Yep.
Yeah. So rule of thumb, drink as much as you can, as often as you can. Use as much as you can, as often you can. Do you think the baby that was in the amniotic fluid was going, Mommy, enough? I had enough.
Right.
I mean, it's living in its what's the word I'm looking for? Its lifeline. Mom is its lifeline. The oxygen from mom is the lifeline. The information from mom is the lifeline. His or her water is their lifeline. Has anything changed? Shivambu is my lifeline.
Right.
It's also the one thing you can keep in your first aid kit that covers you for everything.
Yeah. Phew.
It's so mind-blowingly simple that people have to take some time to go, can it be that easy?
Right.
I'm used to struggling with everything. Well, not anymore.
Yeah.
I
So
know, it's so funny. All the herbs in my medicine cabinet are like overflowing. I'm just like, oh no, which one do I use? Now it's like so easy. I'm just like, wow, man,
Yeah.
I can't imagine how many thousands of dollars I've spent on like herbs and supplements.
well, so have I. And there are more people that you'll meet in these talks in the water family community that still have shelves and shelves and shelves of vitamins and supplements and nutrients they're not going to touch, but they're still anxious about letting go of them.
Mhm. Yeah, and I do still, have concern about needing supplements, even though I'm drinking on a regular. I'm drinking at least 6 to 8 ounces in the morning and the evening, and then I do a lot of topical stuff. But I'd like to increase that. But the problem is, I hear from people like Harry and other UT followers that we still need other things. So I do struggle a little bit with knowing what to take and what to supplement with and not. What are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts on that is everybody is where they are on the journey. And what they need for them may not be what you need for you. And we have a tendency to set up people like Hera and myself as gurus or masters at some kind of level. I'm going, we're all people. A lot of health gurus that people walked away from, like that guy in Costa Rica. What was his name? Larry Lockard, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Big fasting guy was bashing urine therapy. So a lot of people walked away from him.
Yeah.
Dr. Morse out in Florida, he stopped talking. He wouldn't talk about urine therapy. People going, hey, you got me this far. Thanks. I'm moving on. So that's something we have to all weigh in on. But what's fun to do
Well-
is go to the store or go to your house, that thing you think you're supposed to take, and hold it up to the urine, see if you can muscle test. See what your body says.
Right.
Mm,
Do
Well-
apply kinesiology.
I'll say, for me, if obviously you're gonna still need some kind of food or just juicing or, some fruits and vegetables. So whatever quality you can put, but most important is water, right? Having good quality spring water. I have, Kangen water. Brother Sage knows about it, but I like it just because I don't have access to the spring water. Like when I was born in Poland, I was born in the mountains. I wish I can have that, right now, but But what I do, even with Kangen water, I pray over it. I put intention into it, you know, to raise the frequency of it, so it carries the power of love and intention, and anything goes into my body, including the urine. I do that. So I think that's the most important. And then, like you said, just like we're talking about urine is evolving, the universe is evolving, you know, so is our consciousness and our body along with it. So maybe right now, you know, when you're transitioning, if you intuitively feel you still need some kind of food or whatever, it's just a gradual process to get to where you need to be. And we all have been conditioned and addicted to different things, and food is probably most addictive. So it might take a moment. Loving yourself and not to have judgment, but just trying your best on the daily basis, it's the key, you know, I feel.
Thank you. Yeah, very true.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing that, Mika.
Of course, absolutely.
So anything else you want to discuss or review or ask before we open up the big book?
I don't think so.
All right. We're missing the lovely Vienna accent.
Yes.
Aw.
Where is our Vienna?
Alexis, just for a minute there, I thought you're going, oh, I almost got what I need. I'm going to get ready here.
I can get in character. I can get in character. Hold on.
Oh, that's so
Where-
sweet.
Which page shall I start on?
We're on page 65, as I recall. Did we get into the foot soaks, or did I get off book and just start chatting about it?
I think we did go through that chapter.
A couple days ago, I did a foot soak, and all I had was like a quart collected. I was in the bathroom. I didn't know how to go to my water supply. So I put in just a quart. It was just barely covered the bottom of my feet, just barely covered the top of my feet. And I ended up doing a mini video and put it online, and people going, well, that's not enough, Oran. I said, if your imagination is with it, you can spread it with your hands. I mean, it's just not the soaking part. It's
Yeah.
anyway, so that just reminded me is that if you don't have everything perfect, you can still make this work.
Okay. Yeah.
It's just your intention. No dogma, no rules when it comes to urine therapy. Or else we're going to hit you with a wet diaper. Come on.
That's what I love about it.
That would have been a compliment when we were babies. They used to use that as an insult. I'm going to hit you with a wet diaper. I'm going, go right ahead. Go right ahead. You can tell we've changed our reality a bit.
Oh, okay. So I just got a message from Vienna, and she says, I've been waiting for half an hour to join the third training class. Just wanted to know if you've managed to get in and if it's started. Not sure what's going on, but it says the host has another meeting in progress. Hope it's not just me and that I'll see you all soon.
Okay, you guys talk. I'm going to see if I can find her. I'm going to shoot her out the link. Oh, my goodness. She emailed me at 9:45.
Yeah, that's okay. You know, those technical things. I start to do the food soak I wanted to share.
Mhm.
And I've done, you know, as a holistic practitioner, I do a lot of, you know, lymphatic drainages, and I do vibrational range of massage therapy, which huge part of it is like reflexology, you know, just working with the feet and hands. And so when I start doing, you know, and my feet are very intuitive, and I'm very sensitive to the touch and to anything that, to grounding, to, you know, walking bare feet. I love that. And so when I start soaking my feet, and I've been doing this actually daily, and I can already feel the difference, how grounding and how enhancing it is to my overall well-being. I just feel more balanced. And it's almost like, you know, I was just thinking about it because I see you guys, and as I'm envisioning things, you know, it helps me connect to visualize the purpose and the future. And literally I see like a flashbacks of the future already, because then I see myself, you know, when I'm put in certain situation and I'm like, I've dreamed that, I've seen that, I envisioned that already, I've been in that place. And now it's like a tape is playing back, you know. It's just really interesting how powerful our mind is and how we can go in and out of subconscious mind. So it's the astral traveling, right? The dimensional traveling that I feel that the this wonderful therapy, UT therapy, is you know, helping to us connect and deepen and opening the third eye, you know, our chakra, crown chakra. And it's just, for me personally, I am an awe already, and I'm only started. So, and I think most of us is gonna maybe have a connection on different level, and it's going to be intuitively. Mine is that food soaking, because my feet always have been the most sensitive part of my body, I feel, you know, next to my heart.
And if we could soak
So-
our heart, we would in it, right?
Yeah, so I'm just saying, like, you know, it helps me through the fifth dimensional traveling, astral traveling, you know, reconnecting to the universe and to the, you know. And I've seen, actually yesterday, I've had this amazing dream and walking with my grandmother, you know, that has passed years ago, but I was very close to, and we had conversation because Brother Sage was, you know, talking to me. We gotta talk about, you know, your grandparents and their experiences, and you know, I'm gonna tell them that, or I've been actually dreaming and reflecting all these memories, you know, and I'm gonna be writing them down so I can keep diary of that, because my grandparents were in Holocaust. Brother Said, I didn't tell you that, and that's how they survived, by actually looping the urine. So it's really interesting, and many people survive the same way.
Let's get it documented.
Yes, absolutely.
That's
You're
amazing.
going to help a lot more people that way.
Amen. That's right.
So
That's the purpose of it.
I hope you guys paid attention here, because everything we're doing pretty much every day with this practice and with this spreading of the message and the movement is history in the making.
It really is.
We're making headway and laying down new groundwork that's not been done before. So you don't really have a lot of landmarks. Have you noticed that? Life isn't saying step here. No, you're finding out each step you're taking, going, yeah, it's interesting how purposeful. And why would I walk into a store and there's a book that says it's time to pee?
It's a sign.
Is
All
that
I
what
can
you
tell
did,
you.
brother?
What?
Yeah.
Did you do that? You walked into a store and saw that book?
Yeah, I posted
Really?
a picture of it. This has been happening to me like day in and day out. I've been talking to Melissa, my graphics designer out in San Diego. I said, now, man, I'll tell you guys, pay attention to how often signs are showing up in your life. I mean, it's at a point where you can't miss the fact that you have guidance going on.
Yeah.
You know, you're in a
So
situation,
true.
you go, how perfect this is. God, how better could this be? So yeah, pay attention. Your
That's
eyes
really
are
cool.
your eyes and heart are wanting you to see this.
I love that.
So Vienna, do you want to check in for a little bit before we go into reading?
Oh, I'm so upset. I can't tell you. I've been sitting here for 40 minutes and I have no idea what happened there. I'm normally on my laptop, which is fine. And I'm now on this stupid little iPad, but it has worked. For some reason, the link didn't work for me. I don't know why. No idea.
Well, you're lucky you got through, because I have to use a laptop because my iPad won't let me access Zoom.
Oh.
Oh.
Normally I use the laptop, but today the laptop's not working. It's the iPad that I'm on. So I have no idea. Thanks so much, Alexis. I didn't know what to do. I thought, is it me? Is it them? Or what's going on? Is it divinely orchestrated? What's happening?
Well, I was just about to try to step in and talk like you so I could read, because you weren't here. I was getting very upset, Vienna. And I said,
Maybe.
where is our Vienna?
Oh,
I know. We've missed you,
Oh.
but we happy you back. And then
thank
I don't know,
you.
Brother Sage have said to everybody, I'm gonna have to leave early today. I don't know how soon. I'm arrived already at my appointment and I'm waiting for the
Oh,
people to come. But in any event, I love you all. So I won't be interrupting later. If you don't see me, then I had to leave. But
Oh,
I
Oh,
enjoyed this meeting so much. And then what about PN? Where's PN?
Don't know where she is.
Okay. We don't know. Okay. Well, we hope she's well.
we hope
Yeah.
she is. Yes, I'm sure.
Something weird going on. Something strange is occurring in the UK.
Yeah.
Right?
And what about
Exactly.
I forgot the name of the gentleman that joined us last time.
Tom, is
No.
nobody here then?
No,
Maybe
Tom,
they're all struggling to get in though, because I did.
Maybe.
Well,
Maybe.
Tom's
Tom-
here. He's just mute. He has to be muted.
Tom is
Oh,
at
okay.
work. He's at work.
Oh,
And
Okay.
look.
I asked him to silently hold the space because we're the men in the group. So I said, so Tom is here.
Oh,
in spirit.
Devastated that I've missed it all, but I'll catch it on the catch up.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, your timing is great, Vienna. We're going to go into some reading now.
Okay.
Unless there's something you would like to tell everybody that we missed from your life in the last 4 or 5 days.
I'll try. It's thrown me all of this completely. I didn't try new protocol, but I haven't done much saturation dosing, so I managed to do a foot soak, which was amazing. And for the first time, I did an evolving Oran enema, which was wonderful.
Ooh. Isn't
So, yeah,
it?
wanted to share that with my beautiful family here.
With your
wow.
people. Yeah, your
My
people.
peoples. I miss my people. I'm so sad. Yeah, that was wow. That's yeah. There are no words to describe how incredible that was. But I have to use it sparingly because I came into this late. Then I moved and I wasn't able to store any. So I'm really precious about what I'm using. But I really want to go for it now. I've got to get loads of jars, start storing it, start putting it in the sun. You know, I've got a lot of catching up to do. But really, yeah, that's all the little share. I don't want to disrupt the class too much because I know you're already started. So
Well, thank you. And what a joy to hear your story. This is awesome.
I know. I love that.
thank you.
Those
All
enemas are incredible.
We got a slogan for Alexis. I mean, you know, I get lots of slogans. Get storing your Oran.
Oh, I like that. I like that a lot.
It's
I love
storing
it.
your orange.
The other one is get going with your Oran.
Get going, yeah. I love it. Oh, I did think of one thing because I thought about after the last couple of days after we did the last class on Thursday about why I don't like certain words like PISS. And I feel personally, because it doesn't do it justice, because it's such an incredible, wonderful, beautiful, miraculous, holy water, it just is an injustice to call it that, I feel. And that was all. That's all. That's my contribution so far. Thank you.
Well, 2 things, if we're on that stream of thought.
Yeah.
All right, 2 things. The word,
She did there.
the word itself is what's known as automata pia or something like that. The word, and yeah, look it up. It's in the book.
Okay.
It describes a sound. It imitates
Yes,
sound.
it's
So
the sound it makes. Yes, yeah.
if you got an alternative from I'm going to go take a piss to I'm going to go take a Shivambu, I mean, you got to come up.
Yeah. Yes, no, it's okay. But I just thought about why did I have like a block or something there with it, and that's why I just feel like, for me personally, I just prefer to call it something sacred, and that's all really. Thank you.
Okay.
I love that. Yeah, it is sacred. You're right. Absolutely. It doesn't do
Thank
it justice.
Thank you, my darling.
But on another note, you're glowing, Vienna. Your skin is glowing today.
Oh, Sassy, that is the evolving. I've only done it once, but it's like, wow. Thank
Yeah,
you.
you are. You're
Thank you
glowing.
so much.
You're
It's
welcome.
the-
Yes,
it's
you
the
look
evolution.
beautiful. Diana,
Oh,
you look
thank you.
beautiful. All
Oh,
of you
so
look
do all of
beautiful.
you. You all do too. I've missed you. I feel cheated that I've missed the beginning of the class. I really do.
You didn't. Yeah, you didn't.
But you jumped in the deep end, so you're just fine.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm still trying to, I'm a bit distracted because I'm still trying to get it on my laptop because I much prefer it, but it doesn't matter. At least I've managed to get you all, so it's not a problem. There's something wrong with my laptop, I think, because it's just acting weird. Okay, no worries.
Problem. So does anybody have any questions about foot soaks? We might have covered that pretty thoroughly. The footman would have said it plenty about it. So
No, I think we have. I think we did go over that section last time, though.
Yeah, we did.
The feet are very, very important to overall health. Going barefoot is very important for overall health. Foot massages, reflexology, essential oils, foot baths. Too many people ignore their feet health. They take it for granted, and they come to me, and I know immediately. So, yeah, just stay on top of the feet as well as you are with everything else.
So I'm actually gonna try something. I have a wart on my foot. I've had it probably for, I don't know, maybe over 15 years. And I've tried all sorts of stuff. So I'm gonna do an experiment and soak a cotton ball and just stick it on there and put a band-aid over it and let it sit there and just keep doing it and keep doing it. And I have a feeling it's just gonna fall off.
Yeah, me too. Go for it.
Yeah.
It will fall off or it will degenerate. You guys might have saw my little capillary burst from the other day.
Oh, yes.
Right, it gets lighter and it gets lighter. But what I found, usually it heals in 4 days. But what I've been doing is every 2 hours, put something on every 2 hours. Just stay on top of it, and so it can soak it deeper and heal quicker.
Brilliant.
All right, wart lady, you may want to try it. I take that back. You're too angelic. I didn't mean that. You know. So we're going to go to page 67, Alexis. Is that where we are?
Yes. Do you want me to begin? Do you want me to start?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Okay. So enemas, douches, and implants. Any well-trained nutritionist, naturopath, or wellness practitioner knows that to restore your body to wholeness and balance, getting started on a series of colonics or enemas should be done ASAP. For a chronic illness or for an occasional intestinal or body cleansing, Oran enemas are a lifesaver. Administering an Oran enema is a good way to remove poisonous substances from the body. Taking Oran douches for vaginal discomfort, pain, or health conditions works wonders as the Oran saturates the area, gets absorbed into the bloodstream, and brings relief. The nutrients contain antibacterial, anti-candida, antifungal, and anti-cancer properties. Oran enemas are a good way to prevent the destruction of hormones by gastric juices, buildup of toxic material, and obstruction or congestion, which is why this method often helps to cure allergic disorders better. This is also true for Oran injections. Oh, I want to talk about Oran injections.
Me too.
We're going to get to that, and let's see what page that's on. Oran injections. Keep going, Sage. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Past nose drinking. Dropper bottle. Injections, page 98. Okay, well, let's do this. We can either finish this. Let's finish this and then jump over to injections.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay, yeah, that's really interesting, and I'd like to know more about it also.
Yeah.
So
How long can you hang out with us, Mika?
I don't know. The people are on their way, so I don't know how much longer, but I'm sure another 10 minutes at least. So
All right, well, let's just keep going, Alexis. We'll do the best we can.
Okay. Furthermore, a number of compounds in Oran are better absorbed this way than by oral ingestion. Many people would prepare a filled plastic or glass gallon container with full strength or diluted Oran before starting a series of enemas. This will give you enough Oran to give yourself 3 to 4 rounds of enemas. Remove rugs from the bathroom, lay a beach towel sized towel on the bathroom floor, hang filled enema bag on a drawer handle, towel rack, or toilet paper fixture. Be sure you have locked the clamp on the lower end of the tube before you hang up the bag to prevent spills. Test the temperature of the Oran before pouring it into the enema bag to determine if adding hot water would be more comfortable without the initial mild shock of inserting tube with cold Oran up the bum.
That's optional. Some people who are real purists, they wouldn't add any water, much less city water, but you have to balance that out between it's going to be comfortable or it's going to be not comfortable. So that's up to you.
I think it's lovely when it's cold. I think it's amazing. It just wakes you up.
Does absolutely.
Well,
Yeah.
so,
Hello.
yeah. Well,
Hello,
you know,
world.
if I may comment on
Please.
that, the reason why some people will initially do maybe a little bit better or be more comfortable with warmed up, you know, urine, and you could warm it up on a heating pad too. But the reason why is because, again, colon is another one of our very powerful and sensitive organs that we have. But, you know, the temperature of it is our body temperature. So when you're actually putting something that's the temperature of it is lower than that, the colon can start contracting. And that can be painful for some people, especially with people who have some challenges, colon challenges, you know, illnesses and stuff like that. So I will say, you know, you can experiment, but maybe with minimal amounts and see how your body is responding, your colon. But if you feel it's cramping, then I will warm up, you know, slightly your urine before you're doing the enemas. What do you think, Brother Sage? Do you agree?
I agree. You want to be able to be your body to receive the water without having to react to it.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. When I first started, I wouldn't entertain it cold, and I did. What I did actually is because I warmed up. I filled the bath up, and I just put the jar in the bath, so it made it a nice temperature. So it was warm, not too hot. But then after a while, I thought, let me just try it, and I just no, I like it cold turkey.
Okay. Yeah, some people are tough cookies like you, Deanna. But
Just
you
take
and
it. I say just take it as is. It'll just wake your ass up. That's all.
It will wake your ass up, literally.
All right. Alexis.
Okay. Adding extra hot water, tap water is fine to the enema bag, helps the gut and body to relax. You will feel more comfortable during the process. A single massage oil like sesame, avoid oil blends that contain volatile oils like cinnamon or peppermint that will sting in a very sensitive area, is poured on the tip of the enema tube to lubricate it for easier insertion. When finished with enema, be sure to allow time for deep cleaning of all surfaces of the toilet, floor, and bathroom sink area, as well as the enema's bag and attachments. Put aside time after an enema to relax, rest, and recharge your energy.
You
Next
got that
step.
part. You got that part. I know people are so, I've fallen into that. You want to get as much as you can in during the day, particularly people who are self-motivated, self-employed people. You got to put into time hours to recuperate and to integrate and to do the process. I have friends the other day going, well, can't you come at such and such a time a day? I said, I need a 2-hour block of time for me. I don't want to just go and then get all sped up too easy. So you have to pace yourself.
Yeah, that's true.
Same with after you get a massage, don't go golfing, don't go jogging, or whatever it is you're doing. Same with after an enema.
It says next step after filling the lower intestine with Oran, while sitting on the toilet, hold in the Oran in the colon for as long as possible before letting it go. Optional, after the material is discharged, apply fresh or evolving Oran on the skin of the entire body. Also optional is get into a tub filled with hot water, as hot as you can stand it. Stay in for about 20 minutes. After that, go to the bed and cover with a few blankets if needed to sweat out a fever. Taking Oran douches for vaginal discomfort, pain, or health conditions works wonders as the Oran saturates the area while purifying the vagina of pathogens and toxins as it is getting absorbed into the bloodstream to bring relief. Douche with fresh or evolving Oran. The nutrients, as well as the antibacterial, anti-candida, antifungal, and anti-cancer properties in Oran are the quickest, safest, and most effective way to eliminate pathogens, parasites, yeast, candida, fungus, tumors, discharge, and unhealthy bacteria. Try inserting 3 to 6 ounces of Oran in the colon and hold it in as long as possible. This is called a rectal implant. These 3 to 6 ounce silicone or soft rubber bulbs are sold at pharmacies, health food stores, or online.
Children's department has these at the grocery store.
Oh, okay.
They hold
So
about 2 ounces, 2 or 3 ounces.
it can be taken anytime. This is a quick way to introduce Oran into the colon without the lengthy process of setup, use, and cleanup from an enema. I love that part. I'm going to start those too, because it is a process. A cleanse is even better when a rectal implant is done after bowel movement. Oh, okay, that's the end of it.
Yes, and some people will say after you've had a bowel movement is when you do an enema. Because all you've released is what was at the bottom end of the sigmoid.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
know, you still got cramping higher up into the descending colon, transverse colon, and so forth. That's going to have to just sit in queue until it makes its way down to the end of the tube.
Oh, I have a question.
Yes, Doc.
So it says to just insert the Oran in the rectum initially. Should you do like a small water enema before doing the Oran? So it's like absorbing. Does that make sense?
You could, and Oran is water.
Oh, okay. I hear you. I just feel like I'm like, oh, I just want to like flush it to make sure I get like my magical water up there and it's doing all that it can do.
I use distilled water for the first couple of rounds, and then I do, because I feel like I don't want to not waste it, but I thought,
right.
flush out with the distilled water and then use the Oran after. That seems to work for me.
Right. Gotcha. Okay.
It's like doing a pre-cleanse.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I noticed that when people clean out their eye cups before they put urine in their eye cups, then why not just clean it with urine before you put urine in it? And there's a video from a guy in India. He addresses that. He says, you clean it with your water, then you put in your water and you clean your eyes. Simple logic.
Thanks.
So we're going to go over to page 98. Now there's some words. Let me just give you some words that I added later on in my notes in the book that wasn't in the original text here. Oran injections, can you also use it for anaphylactic shock, seizures, passing out, or heart attack? You might have read about Andrew Norton Weber, who was allergic to wasps. He gets stung by a wasp. Somebody told him about urine therapy. He put some under his tongue and he recovered from it, the sting. And, you know, a lot of people think about their EpiPens. You've heard about those EpiPens?
Yes.
Yes. Well, when we're not recording, I'll tell you the dark side of EpiPens.
Oh boy.
And chemically what it transmutes into. I'm not going to go into that now.
No.
Apologize for bringing it up. Okay.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I would comment too, but not right now.
Okay, we can do that another time. All right, Alexis, we're on page, unless someone else wants to read, we're on page 98.
Okay. Oran injections are usually reserved for life-threatening situations. These can be a lifesaver when drinking Oran is not possible or desired. Excuse me, especially useful when treating allergic reactions, shock, or anxiety. Many report positive results in a very short time. Any cleansing reaction is short-term from a day to a week. As the body purifies, be prepared for clients who demonstrate symptoms such as these: headache, joint and muscle pain, body aches, sore throat, general malaise, sweating, chills, nausea, or other symptom type of reactions that may feel very intense. Be ready to face it and not panic or interrupt the process with any unnatural or human-made medicine. Oran injections will awaken the immune system and its warriors ready for fighting any disease. In case of emergencies, when there is no time to lose, an injection with evolving Oran, the strongest effects have been noticed when using Oran that has evolved several months, can save a person's life. Your Oran is always your perfect medicine. It contains substances that your body does not need. These will aggravate the body, which causes the defense system to develop stronger antibodies for anything that would compromise or harm the body. Injecting Oran causes the body to go into a hyperactive healing mode, which forces it to heal and release toxins immediately. Direct injection of Oran into the bloodstream will bypass the stomach, digestion, and elimination systems. This makes it very potent. New research, which is bringing needed hope, reveals that Oran therapy can be beneficial under all of these conditions. It is recommended for clients to not use Oran therapy when using any type of drugs or medication, heavily smoking tobacco or cannabis, drinking alcohol or coffee. An American doctor, Dr. William Hitt, who runs Oran therapy clinics in Mexico, has reported treating 20,000 patients over a 2-year period with Oran therapy injections. These patients have included those diagnosed with cancer, asthma, heart, and other diseases, along with patients affected with severe alcoholism, drug, and smoking addictions.
You might want to add pornography and sex addictions, because we're getting people on these conference calls that came publicly announced they had a pornography addiction. And I blessed them. I blessed this guy because I realized he opened it up for everybody to talk about any addiction.
Yeah, that's true.
The other thing is this guy, Dr. Hitt, if anybody can help me find him, I'd like to know if he still has his clinic, if he's still in practice and he's willing to be known through the Water Family Directory. Yesterday, I was introduced that there is a religion in Indonesia, the Old Path, from one of our water brothers in the Philippines. He says there are people who practice that as part of their religion.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
And I shot him out an email. I hope they're still around.
Yeah.
Well, to me, it's the true religion because it's who we are. Dr. Hitt had great success with his clients with no side effects from using Oran injections for addictive disorders and also in combination with prescription drugs. Lab testing showed that the amount of drugs or contaminants passed into Oran was so infinitesimal, and what's that word?
Real small.
Infinitesimal,
Infinitesimal, yes.
that they pose no threats and in fact appear to act as auto vaccine agents, which improve or cure these types of disorders. Results like this demonstrate Oran's effectiveness even when small quantities of Oran are taken in moderate to diluted form, like in a homeopathic or tincture form. In the book, Urine Analysis in Clinical Laboratory Practice from Miles Laboratories, the authors state that even in a case of severe mercury poisoning, the actual amount of mercury passed into the Oran is infinitesimal.
That word,
I'm struggling with that word.
it's your word today. Okay.
Okay. Teach your clients, I'm just going to say minimal because that's better for me. Teach your clients how to avoid heavy detoxification when these types of conditions are present by starting with 1 to 5 drops up to a dropper full of Oran orally per day for 3 days. Increase the dose by 5 drops each day according to how well they are tolerating the therapy. Gradually increase the amount as needed to obtain results for an individual condition.
Now this is minimum dosing. I mean, everybody that you know is doing not anything less than a liter a day or a quart a day or half of that a day. So this is just minimal.
Okay.
You know, I'd talk to the person, say, well, what are you willing to drink? Well, you start off with a tablespoon, you work dropperfuls, you're up to an ounce, you want to just go a whole cup. So they'll let you know.
Yeah.
You give them all the options.
Many people have asked about the efficacy of Oran injections. And as you've seen, many of the research studies presented utilize injections of Oran as part of the therapy. Ironically, doctors are also using oral Oran or urea therapy in non-emergency cases with equally good results. Some patients receiving Oran injections have reported a side effect of occasional redness and swelling at the site of the injection, which doesn't occur, of course, with oral therapy. Drinking Oran allows for slower application and absorption, which can decrease any possible detoxifying symptoms. Injections deliver an abrupt, forced introduction of nutritional substances into the body without allowing for the body's gradual adjustment to the substance. There really isn't any need for this sudden forcing of Oran into the body unless there is an emergency situation that requires it. Oran injections work fine if you are comfortable giving these to yourself or others. Or you can consult a health expert to administer this for you.
Okay, you can skip Grace's quote there. Now, people have been doing injections. They typically put it into the thigh or the buttocks on one side or the other, some thicker muscle area. That's typically how it's done. Dr. Group was mentioning people who, instead of having to pay a lot of money for stem cell shots, were putting it around the kneecap and getting results. And then Dr. Group took it one more step further and he injected it into his arm to prove that it didn't have any areas you couldn't put it in the body that could harm you.
Or he did it intravenously?
Yeah, it's stuck in his vein.
Wow.
I mean, you gotta move your mind from what you think's going on to, hey, I'm taking blood out and putting blood in.
Oh, yeah, very true.
It's plasma, but our mind has to form a new pathway to get it. So that's all. That's what's going on.
How do we know what kind of syringe to use, though? I mean,
Oh,
if you're not medically trained.
Diabetic.
About the size of the needle?
Yes.
Good question. Talk to a nurse practitioner, somebody who knows that.
Should be like a diabetic syringe.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That is what I thought.
Diabetics are the smallest ones, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, if it gets inside where it's supposed to go, I don't know if the thickness of the tip of it is a make or break point. I'm not sure how that works out. Do you know anybody who does B12 injections or vitamin C shots for people?
No.
Okay, I'm just thinking some of those people might know the size of the needle.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, we're going to go do some goggles. Goggles. What did we skip? Hold on a second. Hold on before we go under the water again. Let's go back to page 73. 73. Then we'll hit the goggles on the next go round.
Oh, that's Tim Rogers in that on that goggles picture, isn't it?
That is Tim. Yes, Tim Rogers or
Joseph
Rogers.
One of his 7 aliases.
Yeah, you caught that, didn't you?
I did.
I knew him as George Johnson, and then Matt goes to visit him. I'm going, oh, so your real name is Joseph Rogers.
Yes.
Call him whatever you want. He's a warrior.
He is. What page again, brother?
Page 71.
Okay.
We're going to take a break. We'll take a break right after you read about the ears.
Okay.
Right,
Am I continuing to read, or Vienna or anybody else want to go jump in, or
You want
what?
me to take over, Alexis?
I would love to listen to you. Yes, dear.
How
Well, I'd
kind
love
of
to
you,
listen
Papa.
to you. But yes, I'm happy to take over if you'd like me to.
Yes, please.
Okay, my darling. Ears. Rinse the ears with Oran from either the palm of your hand or use a dropper to apply Oran drops in the ears. While the head is tilted to the direction opposite the side of the filled ear, massage or pull along the inner edges of the ear to encourage the orange to sink deeper into the ear. Got ear health challenges? Squeeze a dropper full of Oran into inner ear canal, eustachian tube. with your head lying down on the opposite side. Hold Oran in ears for as long as you can. Try leaving it in an ear for 5 minutes. When ready, tilt head to opposite side and let it drain. Repeat protocol with the other ear. Use Oran ear rinses to treat hearing, tinnitus, or any ear infections. An alternative method to eardrops is to place an orange-soaked cotton ball in the ears, keep in the ear for 1 hour, and then remove. Tip head to the side of the ear and massage throughout the ear to either absorb or drain the remaining Oran. Q-tips are useful not only in applying and dabbing Oran inside the ears, but they can also be used in other ways. Most people will easily sniff a finger dipped in pee as a beginner's method of drinking Oran through the nose, while others prefer to use the use of a Q-tip to swab Oran on the inside of both nostrils to clean out bacteria and the nasal passage as they lightly sniff the Oran. This is a personal choice. Q-tips, like cotton balls soaked in Oran, work well for a quick remedy for specific conditions. However, in any emergency situation, like a hornet or wasp sting, burn or cut, you'll need to move quickly on an AUT treatment. Forget about rushing home or scrambling through the medicine cabinet or bathroom drawers for supplies. Either pee directly on any affected areas or pee in the palm of a hand to transfer to anywhere on the body. Eye rinse.
All right, hold on.
Yes.
All right, so has anybody done this? Ear rinses. ear
Yeah,
wash.
I've had plenty
Not
of.
for that long though, not for that amount of time, really. It's always very quick. It's a
Right,
time.
Even if it's only for a minute or two, just to get something going down the eustachian tube, as long as you can. Some people are also using it to get rid of earwax, congestion inside the ears, excess mucus, whatever it is. And I discovered that if you drop it in your ear and you left it longer than normal, it wouldn't make you deaf. It would be absorbed. You know how things don't play out the way you think it is? I once left it in there going, is that safe? Should I leave it in there? Well, what harm can it do? It's urine. It'll get absorbed.
Right.
Your mind will
Yeah,
have.
I must have had a lot of blockage when I put mine, when I was cleaning out my ears, because it took like 3 hours before my hearing came back. Like it clogged it up really bad. And I don't know if that just means I had a lot of blockage, or I didn't have a lot of oozing or anything. Once it cleared up, it was fine. But yeah, like it was strange. I couldn't hear out of that ear for hours.
Did you feel like did you hear your hearing much better afterwards though? Did you have more clarity?
Yeah, no, it felt, once it cleared up, it was perfect. And I've never really had hearing issues. My eyesight though, that's a work in progress, because it went really downhill last July when I got sick. And I've transferred to lighter readers, which is a great thing, but it's not completely back to normal. So I'm still working on my eyes, but my ears I've never had much trouble with, thankfully. So
Are you doing evolving Oran in your eyes, Alexis?
I have not done evolved yet. I'm just doing fresh for right now. The evolved, like snorting the evolved, is new for me, and that's been a lot of, surprise how like it stung quite strongly.
Sting. Yeah, it is strong.
So
but it's worth it if you can persevere with it. Don't get me wrong, my eyes stream and I just think, no, just stay with it, because it's worth it after. But all you have to do then, if it is too much, is just close your eyes. It is hard though. I mean, it's shocking to think that mine is only like 2 months old and how potent it is. I mean, what would it be like if it was like 1 year, 2 years old? It'd be like, oh my God.
Well, I think it actually, I think it gets milder as it gets older, from what I'm hearing from people, that it's not as
stringent.
Yeah, not as astringent. Yeah, which is a good thing. Yeah. But no, I'm glad that I am using it in all of these areas, because it's preventative, that's the best thing.
Totally.
Well,
sorry, I don't know if I interrupted. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, sorry.
You can experiment. Now it's 10:45. We're quitting at 12. Do you want to take a little five or something minute break now?
Sure.
Okay, this is where you do what you do, and we'll meet back here. He's back. Everybody's back?
Back.
Yes.
Back. All righty, we are on page. We've got approximately an hour with the 15 minutes of wiggle room of playing off record. Now we lost Mika, so we're not going to talk about the EpiPen. All right, we're on page 72.
Eye rinse.
Iris,
Obtain an eye cup from a local drugstore, health food store, or online. Fill up eye cup with fresh orange to avoid a sting from the astringent quality of the evolving orange. Press and hold firmly to one eye. Blink several times while cup of orange is still secure. Pour excess orange remaining in the cup directly over the eye and surrounding area. Then switch eye cup and repeat protocol with the other eye. The eye rinse protocol supports eye health, bringing relief to tired, burning, or painful eyes. Use Oran ear rinses to treat all irritation, cataracts, poor vision, swimmer's eyes, sore or tired eyes, or any eye infections. To treat any type of eye problems, do the following. Drink fresh orange into both nostrils from time of awakening until 6 p.m. After 6 p.m, collect all orange until bedtime. This orange shall be collected for external uses, i.e. pour into eyes 3 to 4 times a day. Give yourself an orange body massage from someone or from yourself in the next few days. It shall prevent and treat many other diseases such as coronavirus. Dr. Rakshak Malhotra. Make certain that the eyedropper you use for eye rinses is sterilized. A compress or fresh orange is also excellent for external eye inflammations such as styles.
now it's a good idea. Thank you, we'll get that. It's a good idea to build a routine around your protocols. So you can know, okay, this is when I'm going to do the eye cup and the ear rinses and the nose drinking. I've got this sitting in my medicine cabinet from the night before. So when I'm done sitting on a toilet and doing all that thing, you're at the sink, you're at the medicine cabin, you can start doing all the protocols and you're done for the day. So if you built it into a timing, this is why I like the protocols calendar. I mean, if you get it down, okay, at 2 o'clock, this is what I'm going to do it. And then when I wake up, I'm going to do the drinking, the nosing, and then you don't think about it.
Well, I'm obsessed with, if I don't do it, I'm not happy. And like some days, obviously you can't, but really I try, I mean, I have to get up very early to just try and incorporate it, but I don't feel right. And that's why I do the ears, but I do it quickly. So I can get it in, but I'm trying to do it daily. Eyes, ears, nose, you know, standing on my head and all the rest of it. And there's everything else. But then I get up and I feel amazing, you know, I feel amazing. I'm ready. I'm excited to get up and do it. And then when I've done it, I'm like, wow, I'm ready for the day and I feel great. So why wouldn't you try and fit it in, you know, really?
Yeah. Well, good. You built it in, then you're not going to be one of those people go, oh, I didn't do it and beat themselves up. So you get it already built in, and then it's second nature to you.
Totally, like breathing.
Exactly.
Oran fasting, the ultimate choice in purification. Question, how does one go on an oran fast? Answer, fasting is a conscious vacation from food. It is a yoga of mindfulness with attention on the body and mind during a cleansing and rebuilding time and not on eating. Collect and drink up to 100% of your orange shortly after peeing. Drink only orange or combine with distilled water for the entire day. Drink enough orange to satiate your thirst. To overcome hunger sensation throughout the day, drink 2 to 3 ounces.
Have you noticed that when you get hungry and you don't jump for food and you drink some orange instead, does that relieve the hunger?
Yeah, definitely.
What does that tell you?
That I'm not really hungry.
Not really hungry for food, right?
You just drank a meal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just drank food.
I love that.
All right, Vienna.
Notice that the hunger left. The advanced fasting practice is to drink as little orange as possible for the day. This puts you on the edge of a dry fast. It is extremely powerful and effective. Avoid drinking urine or any fluids a couple of hours before bedtime, otherwise your sleep may be disrupted by trips to go pee. 2 hours before bedtime, take a break from drinking urine. Collect and save your urine in a large size glass container, like a 2-quart glass ball or mason jar. Use this urine for all cosmetic, some call it topical uses, or oral applications for the next day or over the next few weeks or longer to allow it to continue evolving. Patience, yes, this means you too, is required when drinking all the urine that you are peeing during the day. Since you drink your pee and have read this far into the manual, you earned a Piquant Flyer Award. Notice if you feel like your piquancy is at a higher vibration. Urine becomes clearer, neutral, and its smell and sweeter on the day you fast. Urine fasts have no limit on what health conditions it can improve. Urine fasting works quicker when combined with other natural adjuvant therapies. Urine fasts help with dust, house mites, mold allergies, chemical allergies, with or without urine injections. However, urine injections while fasting are a more rapid treatment. Urine fasts increase stem cells, HGH, human growth hormone, antibodies, probiotics, steroid hormones, and their metabolites, and thyroid hormones. Urine fasting improves intelligence, imagination, creativity, sense of humor, short-term, immediate-term, and long-term memories, and sharpens thinking abilities. Critical and the big picture thinking skills also return. Urine fasting makes us feel like slowing down, taking time to meditate, feeling grateful and closer to love. As a result of urine fasting and people making healthier lifestyle choices, more are experimenting with living foods or fruit-based diet. Urine fasting combined with the topical application of fresh or evolving urine does wonders on skin conditions as it lubricates and nourishes the skin. Urine fasting is effective in treating intestinal parasites, virus, fungus, pathogens, and yeast, candida. While urine reestablishes our balance from food allergies and any form of itis in the intestinal tract, from exposure to pathogens from our diet and outside sources, the body will detox itself of heavy metals, drugs, and chemicals which are stored in body fat. Dormant centers in the brain are activated and bring greater appreciation of music, singing, dance, romance, art, and the innumerable gifts of life. Combining regular urine fasting with a living foods or fruit-based diet, exercise, meditation, and rest can make all the difference in restoring health and wellness. Conscious, deep, connected breathing and slowing down allows one to achieve good energy management. During an urine fast, detoxing may occur as the body is restoring its healthy bacteria in the gut. Cataracts are usually removed in 10 to 14 days. According to J.W. Armstrong, author of The Water of Life, a client fasted on urine for 101 days and cured his blindness. Those with it's incredible, that, isn't it? It's just,
Yeah.
It is credible, and my question is, if the guy had done a dietary and lifestyle change, would have that quickened the time to heal his eyes?
Yeah.
Because this is based on the teachings from 1920 to 1940.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
That water, I mean, that Water of Life book was back from then?
yeah.
In 1920s,
What?
he was doing this work. The original printing was in 1944, and then they reprinted it in 1971.
Wow.
And
is
this
he
book,
is he no longer with us, that author, or is he still around?
good question. I haven't thought to look it up.
Interesting.
He might be a much older man. Yes.
Yeah. Sounds like it.
He's a legend, though, doing it that far back, and the amount of people that he helped, his patients, clients, amazing. Those with poor post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, Alzheimer's, senility, ADHD, ADD, autism, spectrum disorder, or bipolar disorder, and have emotional traumas report great results. This is accredited to the presence of DHEA, melatonin, serotonin, dopamine, B vitamins, oxytocin, magnesium, and other important nutrients for the glands, brain, and nervous system. All healing comes from within and goes out to the surface skin from head down and in reverse order as the symptoms have appeared or have been suppressed. Oran becomes lighter in colour and sweeter in taste with each collection and round of having drinks. Oran compresses during Oran fasting applied 24/7 are wonderful for gangrene, cut, burns, insect or snake bites, sunburns and all skin conditions. Take up a mucus and acid-free diet, no dairy, meat, carbs, or processed foods, along with Oran fasting, and watch how quickly the excess mucus is eliminated. Keep extra tissues handy. Enjoy better sleep and less sleep while Oran fasting. Oran fasting removes heavy metals and toxins safer and faster than zeolite, wheatgrass juice, silogite, or a far infrared sauna. Oran fasting repairs and cleanses all the cells of cellular and metabolic waste, facilitating cancer, healing and non-genetic diseases. Practicing Oran and distilled water fast for 2 days a week, preferably on your days off, like Friday afternoon or Sunday afternoon, is great for healthy people. It gives the body an opportunity to heal what needs to be healed and prevent the onset of any problems. Fast for 7 days on water with lemon. Adding stevia or raw honey with a pinch of cayenne is optional and Oran only. Fast for 30 days on Oran and water only. Question: how long should I do an Oran fast? Answer: start practicing intermittent fasting from 6 p.m. to 10 a.m. daily. Skip breakfast. Do a fast of about 16 hours. Your digestive system will thank you for the good rest. With Oran, you can start with an ounce. A shot glass works well for measurements. Most serious Oran drinkers will drink the entire amount that was collected. A basic Oran fast can last from 1 to 3 days. Typically, most Oran fasts are 7, 14, 21, or 30 days. Some people have been known to fast beyond 30 days to heal more serious health challenges. One man fasted on the master cleanse for 365 days and healed paralyzed legs. He threw away his wheelchair and takes brisk walks every day. Imagine what UT would have done for him.
Question.
Wow, yeah.
Question. What do you think about longer UT fasts, Shivambu fasts? 1 day, 7 day, 14 days, 21 days, 30 days, 45 days. People are doing all those different lengths of time. How does that feel to you to even consider longer fasts?
Amazing. If you can do it, if you've got the willpower, and the determination to do it, and yeah, I think it's incredible. Well, the results speak for themselves, don't they?
And a lot of people would love to do that, but they can't seem to fit it in their schedule. But what's amazing, if you don't fit wellness into your schedule, the universe might create what looks like an illness, so you're forced to do self-improvement. You're forced to
fit it in your schedule. How? Like it's like literally easier than making a meal. There's like really no excuse.
Yeah, that's true.
Mental challenge, isn't it, of doing it? And also,
Definitely mental.
yeah, I think also as well, because I've thought about this, like when clients do come, when they really want to do it, they really want to, the will is there, but they're living in a household of other people. And it's challenging because they're cooking and they're smelling food, or there's a lot going on, or people are judging them or saying, oh, what are you doing? It's a waste of time, or things like that are quite challenging for people. I think my family are amazing and supportive, and I have done a fast, not a long one, but I've done like a couple of days. But I did wonder, if I was having a moment on a day where I just was feeling a bit weaker, would I think, oh, I can smell that, it smells good, I feel hungry, So I've kind of thought about all of this, and I think the thing is to be kind to yourself and do what you can. And hopefully once you start doing it and you feel the benefits and see the results, you'll want to continue, regardless of what's going on in your external world.
Yes, and sometimes, this has been my experience, that fasting in a group setting or in a retreat, with less distractions, with less seductions of, awesome smelling, tasting food, you have more willpower.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of people won't do yoga on their own, but if they're in a group, they'll do yoga.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
maybe we need to create more fasting groups so we can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, support is really important. I remember growing up with a very religious father. He had fasting on the top of our list of to-dos every week, it seemed. So I was constantly doing fasts, but it was under, a little bit of pushing on his end, at a time in my life where I should have been getting all of my demons out. I was forced to be kind of in this mode. And so
Mhm.
now it's a little bit of a trigger for me. So fasting is now something that is connected with these memories of this very hardcore, um, role in my life that was not necessarily all positive. So I'm having to do a lot of emotional, like, shadow work with regard to fast. But fasting is by far the most powerful modality rather that I've ever found. I mean, I had so many breakthroughs during those fasts. So it's a very complex thing for me because I mentally I want to do it. Spiritually and I guess subconsciously, I'm struggling because of all of that being crammed down into my throat for so long. I mean, I did a 40-day fast with him one time. 40 days. And I can't even fathom doing that right now. But
Daniel fast?
oh, what's that?
Your Daniel fast?
Kind of. It was an unleavened fast, and he, used the 40 days like the scripture did. So I guess it's connected maybe to Daniel. I'm not sure. He made up all kinds of stories in his mind about why he did things, but nonetheless, I still see the benefit of it. I mean, obviously, I've done a couple of 2-day fasts since I started UT, but the long ones, I have to work on that part because it is definitely an emotional trigger for me.
I think
Yeah.
when you're forced to do something, it's not the same.
Right.
And I think you've got to just be kind to yourself and love yourself and know that it's okay. If you do a 2-day fast, great, fantastic. And then when you're ready, you'll do it if you want to. And not to put that pressure, have that resistance, because that's when we have the block, when we
Yeah.
fight with ourselves in our own mind. I mean, I used to do the things like that a lot in my mind, but now I just no, I'll do what I can. Because I thought, oh, yeah, let me do a long fast. And I thought, don't start putting pressure on yourself about how long you're going to fast for. And I wanted to. I thought, yeah, all right, I'll do 1 day. Then it went to 2 days. And then by the second day, I had a lot going on. And I actually did 2.5 days. And I knew that was enough at that point. And I thought, well, that's okay. That's great. I did that. And I'll do another one when I'm ready. So I think be kind to yourself first and foremost, treat yourself lovingly the way you would someone else.
I will. Thank you. Thanks for saying that.
No, it won't kill you. I do that where I don't eat all night, kind of till I don't eat till later in the afternoon. So I do that daily anyway. So I kind of do a fast, but it's just not like a whole day. But every day I kind of fast for at least 15 hours of not eating food. So
Well, next time you have a meal, like you have a morning meal or a midday meal, see if you can play with your mind. Oh, yeah, I ate. I'm covered today.
Ah,
I don't eat in the morning at all.
Or
I
whenever
don't eat.
whenever you
Yeah.
have it, whenever you
Yeah.
have your basic meal or your big meal, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Sometimes I use that as a measurement and go, okay, well, I satisfied that. I can go without food now.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm down to about one solid meal a day. But I definitely look forward to that one meal.
Me too. I do like what, but I eat raw a lot, a little bit naughty sometimes, as in, I might have a little something with it because I do like chickpeas and things like that. But I like, but I don't. And my mum, like, we're Hindu, so like my mum makes amazing Indian food like dal and like green, but it's all green, it's healthy, it's vegan. But I have that maybe once a week. I won't have it all the time. Most of the time it's salads, it's fruit, one meal of like salad with something. But on the whole, I feel, really pretty good. And I do like the food a little bit. So yeah, guilty of liking to eat a bit too.
Yes.
Everybody seems to have their secret lover. I'm not gonna
Yes.
whatever gets you to that happy place, Okay.
Where are we at here?
We are underneath, we were doing page 80. Simple, fast, long enough to cure whatever disease you, I'll just keep reading here. We got another 30 minutes. Imagine what UT would have done for him. Now, the person who did this a 365-day fast was Dr. Gary Young from Essential Oil Company, Young Living Essential Oils.
Oh,
And
wow.
I had the fortunate opportunity to meet and study with him like in 1990. I was in Scottsdale, Arizona, and we discovered we both studied with Stanley Burroughs, and we both knew Vitaflex. And so when he discovered that I knew Vitaflex, he gave me his blessing to teach the Young Living distributors reflexology and Vitaflex, which took my wife and I across the United States teaching this system.
That's
So
neat.
that was cool. So that's who got out of the wheelchair. That was Gary Young. Simply fast long enough to cure whatever disease you think you have. You think you have. Always listen, trust, and follow your intuition. John Armstrong, the author of The Water of Life, was known to have his patients do an Oran fast for 101 days to cure blindness in the eyes. If you remember, Dr. Sebi went blind for 3 days.
Now, who's that?
Dr. Sebi.
Dr. Sebi. Okay.
SEBI. He's got a heck of a following. He left our planet a couple of years ago. They think it was something foul that took him out because he was such a powerful voice on our planet. But he went blind because all the mucus was coming out of his brain and sinuses, and it blocked his eyes. And he knew what was going on because he was doing eye washes. 3 days later, it cleared up and his eyes were perfect.
Wow.
That sounds like what went on with your ears, Alexis.
Yeah, it does. Right. So
Very
maybe I
similar.
do have a lot of buildup in there.
Yeah, we're going to come to see you with a fire hose and just ream your ears out.
I'll take it.
I'll
Get all
take
that mucus. Yeah.
all of it. Maybe they create a neti pot for the ears. You pour it on one side and it comes out the other. Who knows?
That'd be a fun show.
That would be. The mere length of Oran fasting can raise human growth hormone to very high levels while fasting in correct conditions. Soak a cotton ball or washcloth in fresh or evolving Oran. Gently dab or wipe areas to be healed. Used for burns, sunburns, cuts, scratches, acne, bruises, capillary bursts, and anything on general skin surfaces, including eczema, which hadn't been put in the list. Make a compress with Oran, leaving area covered for hours or overnight. You can always use a washcloth, cotton ball, or just the hands for topical application. The other day, we have a thing going on in this house. It's a community house. So we're asked to like time when we take baths because it takes 2 or 3 hours for the heat to come back to replenish the heat for the bathtub. And so when I went in to take a bath at like 5 or 6 in the afternoon, I was reminded, oh, you can't take it now because this is my bath time. And so I went into the bathroom, pulled out a washcloth, dipped it in the Oran, and I just had on shorts and gave myself a bath while in the bathroom and in the secondary bathroom. So you can improvise anytime you need to, if you can't get to an all-out bath. You can always use a washcloth. I read that part. Rub Orans on page 81. Rub Oran on the skin as it cleanses, rejuvenates, brings elasticity back to the cells, and tones your muscles. It will leave the body in the form of sweat, pimples, skin rashes, fever, or as energy. An Oran body massage, number 8, including facial, scalp, head, feet, hands, and hair rubs, are very complementary to fasting and enemas as a treatment for skin disorders, diseased body, internal organs, wounds, and a rejuvenating tonic. Oran makes a good substitute for soap. Anybody still using soap?
I do. I use what's that stuff called? Castile soap.
Dr.
Still.
Downey's?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a big fan of his for decades.
Should I not be using them?
All right. No dogma here. That's up to you. I mean, I keep Dr. Bronner's in my bathroom as a backup because I have clients who use the bathroom all the time.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You know, I'll use it to take off the hands when I have oily hands from doing massage, but generally I don't go grab for that.
So you just keep, I mean, how do you just use it on a washcloth in the shower and wash your whole body with the Oran?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, if that's all you got to do. Or
But
some,
would there be any, I mean, obviously it's just for cosmetic issues or aesthetics. I mean, do you have any smell walking around? I mean, do you smell like a walking
toilet?
urinal?
No, because it evaporates when it touches the skin or any organic surface, it evaporates.
So you're using your fresh for your showering?
I'm using whatever I have. If I have some
Oh.
that collected the night before, a month before, whatever, I take that in there with me, or I collect while I'm standing in the bathtub as it's filling up. I just grab some fresh and start working with it.
Oh, okay.
It's older, it does. It has got like a bit of a pungent smell to it. But and I was so self-conscious of this because like working, especially like what I do, you know, when I go to the place where there's like a residential home, these people pay a lot of money there. It's like a luxury hotel, but it's like older people, and they're having luxury treatments with me, and I don't want to be emanating some sort of foul smell. So I was really conscious of that, and it took me a while to get my head around it. But you know, and I was smelling myself, and I was smelling my hair, and like when I first started, I really was smelling my hair because it's really long as well, and I was really thinking, oh God, does it stink? And I said to my brother, because I was living with my brother at the time, I said to him, I'm going to ask you a question. I said, do I smell? I said, and he went, no. So I said, you know, I'm bathing in it now. I said, I'm right immersed. I said, I'm doing my hair. And I said, do you smell anything? Because I don't smell anything at all. And in fact, it smells nice. But what I would do, I'd suggest with you, because I don't use water now unless I have to. I get really upset when I clean the bathroom. My feet get wet with water. I get so upset because I don't want anything on me. I just want my beautiful water. But what I do, what is then guaranteed it works, is if you're eating the fruit and the raw veg as well, if you're eating cooked something, it might do a little bit. But if you collect it that night, overnight, because what I try and do is even in the night time, I try and collect it as well because my hair's so long, that will not smell. Even if you smell it, when you smell it in the jar, once you put it on, and it will just evaporate, and it will feel soft, and your skin will feel nice, and it will feel so. Babies, think about babies, how they smell, how soft they are. That's what you'll smell like when you do it every day.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I'll take
the
the literal plunge and start trying to do that, because I mean, I definitely spray my hair, like every few days I'll spray my hair down with it before I go to bed. Which is why I no longer have the shed issue anymore. I mean, my hair was falling out.
God, wait till you do this, Lexis. It's going to be so great, because what you should do is like, because my hair's so long, I haven't got enough to just wash it in it, but I fill the bath up and I put it in the bath and I try and make it equal if I can. Then I soak my head and I massage my scalp. So I give myself a really good massage and just let it soak and let my hair soak. And I don't rinse it out with water.
Oh,
I just
leave it in there.
And my hair is very thick Indian hair. Yours, I bet it's going to be all lustrous and glowy. Try it. And especially with what you just said, really massage your scalp. And I bet you any money it will help with your hair growth.
Oh, it has already. I mean, I know my hair looks like a train wreck today, but normally, I mean, I'm having all kinds of new hairs, like all these small hairs that are coming in now.
Baby hairs are growing. When you do this, it's gonna, I bet your hair becomes thicker and stronger and lustrous. Try it.
I will.
You're gonna
love it. Thank you.
It's gonna look good.
I needed a little encouragement from my ladies, so thank you.
You are no longer going to be self-conscious. I'm going to tell you, this room what you see right here, right there is my massage table. So I'm seeing clients all week. I get pretty close to my clients. They can smell me, if anybody can smell me. And nobody said anything, and they keep coming back. So it must have been evaporates.
Okay. But then are they all urine drinkers as well?
None of them are. No.
Really? That's shocking.
Maybe a few, but these are my regulars, been seeing me for 10 years.
Oh, okay. Wow. That's awesome.
You know,
I'm excited to see clients as well, because like now the pandemic is sort of over, you know, and you can see people. I was going to do a lot of the Zoom, obviously, because people were going to be far away, but I really want to convert our garage into somewhere where I can see clients, because when they come to me, I want to, and they have this horrified look on their face when I say, bathe in it, wash your hair in it, do this with it. And they go, oh, what? And I'll say, well, I do it. And what do I look like? What do I smell like? How do you perceive me? And they're going to go, oh, and I'll go right up to them and I'll say, smell me, tell me what you think. And I've been doing it like since the beginning of the year. So I live with my family. They would tell me if there was something amiss, like if there was something wrong. And I'm quite excited about that because I'm embodying it. So if I'm doing it and I'm telling you, then what more proof do you need? Try it and see.
I agree. Very good. And thank you for sharing that.
Ask them to notice that you always have high energy and you seem to be calm a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, there's those other things that people aren't looking for unless you point it out. Star, did you want to add something?
Yeah, I have a question, Vienna. So when you start using the Oran and cut out the co-washing or shampoo or whatever, does your hair get oily? Is there a period that your body has to adjust to break through it?
I'll be honest with you, it was really tough for me because I bought high-end products. So I bought really good quality shampoo and conditioner. You couldn't buy it in the shop, I'd have to order it online. And it was like Moroccan oil. It was beautiful, really. And my hair, because it's so thick, it needed it. And me to not put conditioner on my hair is like, it was like straw. If you imagine hay, really like dry and kind of hard to comb, and yet no. One day I'll have it down so you can see it. I leave it naturally curly now. I used to straighten it sometimes, but now I don't even do that. You may go through a process because it depends on what you're eating as well, and what orange
avocados coming out of me.
Avocados. Did you say avocados?
I have an avocado addiction. Yeah.
Oh, I love avocados. So that's fantastic because avocados are fantastic. Try it because you've got long hair as well. I know it's a big leap. It's a big leap of faith you have to take. And it feels weird. And you will be smelling your hair all day long thinking, I can smell it. Because the first few days I thought, I can smell it. I can smell it. That's funny. But then honestly, it doesn't smell anymore. I promise you it doesn't. And it's lovely.
Okay, I'm gonna dive in because so when what I'll do is I'll take a shower at night and I'll shampoo. I only shampoo my hair once a week, but I'll condition it and then I'll put it up in a bun and I'll sleep on it. And from doing that, in the morning, my hair will be crimped, but from doing that, I think I have dandruff and I think it's fungus, not dandruff. So, and I have been trying to get rid of it. So I was all right, I'm just
rid of
gonna,
it.
spray urine.
Yeah,
this will get
it will.
If you've got an itchy scalp, if you've got anything like that that's irritating,
it's
honestly, try what I said to Alexis and let it soak. Even if because your hair's long, so you might struggle to collect that much. But if you fill the bath up and put the Oran in, it will be enough just to let it soak in there and give your scalp a really good massage. I guarantee that will help it and it will just get rid of it.
Yeah, it will. I got rid of my daughter's dandruff with Oran. Sure. Yeah.
Oh, I'm excited for you girls to try this. Look, we're all going to be together doing the same thing, all our hair. Next time I see you, I'm going to ask you.
Okay.
Why don't we all get together for a pee party?
This is our pee party right here, brother.
This is, the Boston Pee Party. Wow, wonderful. So a lot of that self-conscious. We're just self-conscious about the smell. I mean, I've got my water closet in here. Clients walk in and out here. They're not stopping to smell and go, is there pee coming out of your closet? I know. It It doesn't leave a room. It doesn't
What
smell.
what if it gets on your clothes? Like, will it smell then?
Nope. Not if it's a
No.
fresh one, it won't. Honestly, it
Okay.
won't. Again, it depends on what you're eating, I think, as well. But it might initially, but then it just goes away, it evaporates. It's
Yeah.
quite remarkable, really. It's miraculous in every way, the fact that it does that.
It is, you're right.
And if you should happen to spill it, like when you're doing something in the bathroom or something in your bedroom or something somewhere, and it lands on the floor, you got to know you just cleaned the floor. So that's got to like lighten things up for you.
Right. Yeah.
I mean,
I
the
know
old
when
one, you go, oh my God, I dropped urine on the floor. No, I just cleaned it.
that's what I tell my kids now. I'm like, oh, I'm cleaning the hardwoods because the pets occasionally will piss on the floor, or I mean pee on the floor. So I just wipe it up with a paper towel. I don't get any other products anymore. And I'm just like, oh, thank you. I needed to clean this spot, you know. Because I'm so not disgusted by anyone's urine anymore. I love my pet's urine, my urine, y'all's urine. It's all
Me
good
too.
stuff.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
all the
so-
same water. And knowing that it gives anybody who's like a health provider or somebody who is in service to like seniors and other people, you get great compassion when you're having to like clean someone up who urinated on themselves or they pooped in their diaper or whatever. You got great compassion for these people. You're not even judging it. Oh, they're gonna clean your diaper. No, I do it because that's what you do.
Yeah.
We just lost Alexis.
Oh.
She'll pop back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting because like I feel like, you know, like even in like a you know, like a nursing home, I feel like I've walked into rooms and it's like it smelled like pee, but like you guys are it's like, but is that not a thing? Pee doesn't smell or what? Like what is happening? Like,
Remember, it's what you're eating. Yeah. Remember, it's what you're eating, my darling.
It's what you're eating. Okay.
Your diet.
So,
Yeah.
gotcha.
And it could be medications. It could be anything. If they're smoking, if they're drinking alcohol, if they're whatever it is they're ingesting, could be that, you know.
Gotcha.
Try it and see. What do you got to lose?
Yeah. I mean, maybe some like friends that weren't my friends anyway. If I, you know, I'm just kidding. You
Right.
sound like Pete, girl. Yeah. So what? You got a problem?
How to make
Yeah.
friends and influence people. How to win friends and influence people.
Well, since we're in a new paradigm, Star, maybe your girlfriends will come up to you and start sniffing you, and they go, "Oh, you do urine therapy, all right?
I do, girl.
You smell like you know what? I love you."
Yeah, come over. We can like pee on each other. It'll be a
Right?
good party.
Right on. That takes a golden
Gonna get
shower to a whole nother level.
The golden showers, exactly.
Yes.
There's a
Do
reason
it.
that's been a big thing for
True. Very true.
centuries. Yeah.
Right.
Yes, it puts a whole new spin on it. I love it.
That is funny.
So here we go. I'm going to finish reading this up here. We got another 15, 20 minutes before we open the lines to whatever you want to talk about. Page 81. Oran massage, including facial, scalp, head, feet, hands, and head rubs, are very complementary to fasting and enemas. I think I read that part. Take 30 to 60 minutes to receive or give to another an Oran body massage for well-being. And if you haven't received one from someone or given one to someone, I hope you will someday.
Yeah.
Because it feels like a very sacred act. I was giving Oran massages to VJ, and I've only given to myself. No one's actually given me one. So when you get in that situation where somebody's open enough, they're willing to do that, jump on it.
Yeah, I really want to do that. I've got someone in mind, but I don't think they're quite open-minded about it yet. But my mum. But I have to wait. I really want to do it, but I thought I even said to my brother,
just fly me to where you live.
I said to my brother the other day, look, because she was complaining about a couple of things, and I went, do you think it's really bad if I do it and I don't tell her what it is? And he went, yes. I went, okay. I went, what about if I put essential oils in? And then we thought about it, and he looked at me, and he thought about it, and I went, actually, it's not right. I can't do that. I've got to tell her. But I don't think mentally she's ready for that just yet. But I'm raring to give someone a massage, actually. I want to experience that and see what that's like.
Yeah.
But I'm not qualified to massage though. I'm not a qualified masseuse, however.
All right. You want to know how I would answer that question? Oh my God. I gave my wife over 200 massages, and I'm the professional in the family. And I asked her to give me a massage. She said, "Oh no, darling, you're the professional." I said, if your heart is into it and your intention is into it,
Yeah.
screw the technique. Just give from that place. That's all you need
Yeah,
to know.
exactly. True.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I have to commute to get you guys massages if that's what it takes. It'd be nice if we could offer it at the retreats,
Yeah.
if people were open to
Absolutely.
that. Go slowly and softly while massaging Oran toward the heart. Pay attention to massage areas where the lymph glands are located. Send kind and loving thoughts and positive energy to the recipient. Allow at least an hour for the Oran to be absorbed. When Oran is absorbed in the skin, the odor, we just talked about this, the ammonia will go away after a short period of time. It's also known as outgassing, as in carpet terms of laying a new carpet. Oran massages, page 82. Oran massages are easy to love and appreciate. It's worth it for the wonderful feeling of being healthy and invigorated. Scalp and hair massage, as Vienna talked about, is great for hair care. Substitute for shampoo and conditioner. Use it for dandruff, hair loss, and baldness. Using fresh or evolving Oran, massage it briskly into the scalp, allowing it to be absorbed 30 minutes to an hour or as long as possible. Then wash it out with lukewarm water if you wish. That's optional, or leave it in. Okay. When you're doing, I've seen umpteen videos from India, and these guys are doing Oran massages. Even Dr. Bunmi did one in his backyard, and they're just rubbing it on really fast. They're putting it all over really fast. I go, what is your hurry?
Yeah, I've seen those videos. Why are they going so quickly?
Yeah, I would suggest
No sense.
light feather strokes. Let it get absorbed. Take your time. Make love to yourself. Just take your time.
Well, I think a lot of the videos I've seen of those massages are in India where they're using the cow urine, right? So maybe there is more stench. Maybe it's just a smell thing, like they just want to get it over with, and I don't know.
Yeah, it could be. This one guy that I saw years ago, he was using his own.
Oh, okay.
But there's no way to know unless they actually say, "Oh yeah, I was out back with my camel the other day and I got some."
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
kind of close to that camel, aren't you? Okay.
Here with me and my hamster pee, about to do
Oh
my
my goodness.
massage.
Yeah, you can come out of that closet. That'll be
Yeah.
fun. So here's an orange shampoo recipe. Anybody can make it. Get a jar, pee in the jar, put it on your body. That's it. There you go. The rest. We like to keep it simple for you guys to complicate stuff. Food poisoning. This was brought up in a conversation with me today. They said food poisoning. And food poisoning is basically it's a detox. It's a die-off symptoms. People go to eat that they used to eat at Chinese restaurants, and they come home, they're deathly sick. And they say, well, I got food poisoning because they got MSG or something over in the Chinese restaurant. Well, whatever it was, your body saw it as a compromise and attack, and it went after it so it could purify it. But we identify it as poison.
Yeah.
If it's not conducive to health, it's considered poison anyway.
Correct.
It's just a technical term. These doctors had proved that it was an agent, and Oran has been found to contain antibodies to food contaminants such as Salmonella bacteria in infected individuals. Begin by taking several drops or a shot. Increased dosage is tolerated under a dropper full to an ounce or more. This is important to know if you ever go out hiking and you rub against poison ivy or poison oak without realizing it. Hopefully you can urinate. Thank you. Okay. This is Samuel Cohen. Samuel Cohen just recently, after 3 years being away from England, moved back to England, and we got some pictures of him with Harry Matadine, who finally met for the first time.
Wow.
And it just makes your heart open and swell when you meet a urine brother, a water family member, for the first time off the internet.
Yeah.
It makes it real. So I'm not going to go into great detail here, but he mastered this. technique. And he studied with his spiritual teacher, Kelly Ra, who discovered it in 2000 something or other. I forget the date, 2000. And so basically what he did was he mastered the ability to drop the muscle behind these sinus cavities and drink it behind the nose and down the throat.
Mm,
All
hitting
right?
that vagus nerve. Yeah.
Hitting it up, being able to manipulate it so when you're drinking up one nostril or another, you can drink it back, pop your throat back, and it comes down the throat and not out down the nose. All right. And he would, I mean, I demonstrated it a couple times in class, but the whole idea is to cross the blood-brain barrier, this membrane right here, so that you can come up to the higher sinuses and activate, decalcify the pineal gland. Right. And so this was all part of a yogi system, a yoga system that he's been doing with his spiritual master for years. And so when he brought this in with Kelly, it just made it all come together for him. And these guys took it to a whole nother place. They were drinking other things other than Oran in the nose. They were drinking carrot juice. They were drinking coconut water. They were even drinking wine up the nose.
Oh, wow.
For the like of me, I can't understand what kind of buzz can you get from wine that you can't get off of aged urine.
Yeah.
And what would be the point? Anyway, so, and then what he taught in a couple of the videos where they show him drinking the Oran, him and Kelly, hold on a second. Him and Kelly are doing some kind of advanced thing where he's coming around the bottle with his hand in a certain way so it holds the bottle up to his nose. And then on the other side, he's either pressing his ear or pressing the other nostril. So it forces us down one channel,
Wow.
one side or the other. And then,
Is that on YouTube, brother say? Is that on YouTube?
yeah, it might be on YouTube. Look up Samuel G. Cohen. I'll type it in there in case you need that.
And he still has this website, drinkingthroughthenose.com.
I tried to look at that and I couldn't get it. I couldn't access
That doesn't
it.
work. That doesn't work anymore, but he just released it in a book form on Amazon.
Oh, okay.
And I'm hoping he'll also include, excuse me, I'm a tab thirsty. He also included the addition of holding some in your mouth prior to drinking it up your nose.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And when I started doing that, it made it so much easier because you're not going to confuse where it's going to go down. It's not going down the throat. Your mouth is packed with urine. And then you drink it up the nose and it forces it to go back there. And while it's up here, either droplets or the fumes are going to get up into your brain and feed the brain. And what other way can we do that other than sniffing essential oils?
Right.
Amazing. Love that.
So the people who do this enough time, they swear by Dr. Loda. I mean, we read earlier, he says, well, drink it up the nose from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. I'm going, who has got that kind of determination? Unless you've done it enough times, your resistance is gone.
Yeah.
This is why a lot of people avoid doing that. I did for years. And you just go for the sniffing method or whatever you got to get it to force it up your nose. So it takes practice to take on something new, like drinking it from a glass or from a cup.
I love that. I only do it in the morning because it's not sort of practical to sit there in the daytime with someone sitting next to you and drink through your nose. You might think, oh, what's the matter with her? But yeah, in the morning, I love that. It just wakes you up. It's just wonderful. That's another protocol I love. Yeah.
If you're dealing with mucus, if you've been eating dairy or breads or anything that builds excess mucus, you know, you're sniffing and blowing your nose a lot, that cleans it out really fast. If you just start snorting it first thing in the morning, you know, and clearing each nostril out, get your Kleenex ready, that'll save you from having to go all day long.
Yeah, it does. So much clarity of the mind. It just makes you feel alive. It's quite incredible.
I can also tell you from doing raw foods and fruitarianism for decades, I can't remember the last time when I saw a booger.
That's good.
Have you get boogers anymore?
Well, I'm not at that level yet. I'm not fruitarian yet. I'm fruitarian until 4 o'clock. And then I have, if I do eat anything, it's fruit until 4, but I'm not quite there yet. I wish I were.
But you're
That's what-
doing good. So don't wishing anything. You should be proud of
Yeah.
yourself. Yeah.
Um,
Don't give yourself a hard time.
you're right. You're right. You're very right.
No, love yourself, be kind to yourself, respect yourself, because you're worthy and you're worth it. And what you're doing is amazing. Yeah, we're all on our own journey, on our own path, and we all do it in our own time. The only reason I say this, Alex, I spent many years beating myself up on various silly things. Now I look back for why. And then I told myself I wouldn't speak to anybody else like that. I had loads of clients at the time in my business, and I was the opposite. I was sending them love and kindness and looking after them, and yet beating myself up. Why? So now I don't do that at all. And I would love it that you don't do that to yourself either, because you are a beautiful soul and you don't deserve it.
Thank you. Yeah, I have come a long way from just a year ago with my diet. I'm very proud of that. And I started exercising again, so I'm proud of that as well. So yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, well done.
Self-love. Yeah. I am very proud of that for sure. And I'll get there one day, brother, with being boogerless and all that fun stuff, but not quite there yet.
That we love so much. I love you.
Call me up anytime for a cyber hug.
Okay.
We've had private calls. Alexis and I have had some private.
Oh,
So
yeah, brother he's not shy. He'll wake your ass up at 7:30 in the morning some days with a FaceTime call.
Oh my
Ready to
God,
go.
that. He FaceTimed
Ready
me
to
like
go.
11:30 at night. He's
Or
like, hi,
11:30.
in our
Yeah.
urine group? Like, who? What? What, guys?
Yeah, because he's boogerless. He's up all night. He has nothing, no mucus. There's no mucus in this man. Endless energy.
Star, when did I call you? Was it in the afternoon or the morning?
No, it was 11:30 p.m. because I messaged you at like 9 o'clock when I found out about you and you had like a class going on. I messaged you and I was like, oh, well, maybe you'll get back to me. And I like fell asleep. And then I get this like Facebook ringing and I'm like, oh, and I like picked it up. I was like, oh, it's the PP guy. And I'm like, oh,
Right.
FaceTiming me. And I'm just like, oh my gosh.
Me too. It was midnight in the UK when I was the same thing happened to me. I was like, oh my God, yeah, I've got a message. I know it's late. I'm going to message him. And I never, almost instantaneously, he messaged me. I was in bed. And I answered it and it was pitch black, but when it was a video call and I said, oh, I'm just in bed right now, and I had someone next door sleeping, so I couldn't really speak. But yeah, no, you're on fire, brother Sage. It doesn't matter whether it's 7 a.m, midnight, 3 a.m.
Love it.
Doesn't matter.
I love the direct.
He
the
wants
direct-
you where you are, no matter what you're doing. Right.
Yeah, I love your passion and drive. I love your
You guys
dedication.
are glad I can't dematerialize yet. I would say, Vienna, you're hogging the chair. Move over. I'm going to sit next to you. Move over. Well, wonderful. We've got approximately 14 minutes yet. Do you guys want to stay on topic or turn off the recording and cut loose?
Oh, that's
I've
up
got to
to
go in
you.
about 10 minutes, but I will stay until as long as I can.
Yeah, I've got to go in about 10 as well. So,
Go wild.
right.
Go wild.